probably, I don't know, maybe almost 10 years. And, oh, see, look, I can do some stuff. I should have done this to begin with, I'm sorry. But, I've been watching it for a while, and it's gotten me through some crazy stuff, right? I don't really know, like, too much about how to do this. I've only just watched it, so we're gonna see what happens, I think. But, I'm excited to try a little bit. I've been watching it for a while now, and I have a pretty good idea of kind of what I want to do. But, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, so we're gonna see. So, I don't really have much of a game plan, honestly, for this. I kind of just wanted to try it out. I have some stuff, I think, around my desk. I'm in my office right now. And I have some stuff around my desk where, yeah, I'm gonna grab some stuff and see if it sounds good. If I can make some good sounds with it. So, yeah, let's grab, okay. This is I guess a wrist rest. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's for basically a keyboard, and you put it like in front of the keyboard, and you rest your like wrists on it. This part, right? So like that. This one is from Keychron. That's also the brand of my keyboard, but I didn't really care about that. I like the color of it. I have a wooden. I made like you may have seen it before, but it's that whole like it's an IKEA kind of like wooden countertop, and then I used two of the Alex drawers. I can always show folks if they're curious about what it looks like, but it's the same color as this, so I was like, this is perfect, it matches. So yeah, and I think it probably makes some pretty decent sounds. So, I'm a fan of softer ASMR. I know there's a lot of different types of ASMR out there, but I have realized over the years that I like specific things, as anyone kind of does, and I gravitate more towards like softer, more intentional ASMR. Actually, I don't know if it's intentional, but I really like just kind of passive, kind of, I guess that's the opposite of intentional, to be honest, but like just very soft noises. I'm not a fan of like the aggressive or fast ASMR. I like gentle tapping, gentle kind of scratching, tracing. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't know this was ASMR at the time, right? But when I was a kid, I had a babysitter. I must have been probably, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4. But I had a babysitter who I adored, and she was. I'm not sure if you guys remember that. I think it's called a light bright, right? I'm a 90s baby. A light bright, and it's like this like thing where you have these little like you have like a board, and the board emits light, but you have these pegs. It's like these little like plastic pegs, like this big, and you could basically put them in the board, and when the board lights up, the pegs light up. So you can basically create some artwork based, because you could put like 100, 200 pegs in there, and then you can design something. And I remember she was doing that, and from what I remember, it was like she was being super gentle and just kind of doing that. And I remember getting ASMR. It was like super relaxing, and I didn't know it at the time though. I just remembered, I was like, oh, this is nice, right? And yeah, so I guess that's kind of where my fondness for ASMR kind of stems from. I think like that type of thing. Let's see if I can. ASMR. Yeah, that's an R. I forgot to spell, but I'll do keychron. Key. R-O-N. Keychron. I'm also of the mind that if something sounds good to you, it probably sounds pretty good to other people too. And we're gonna see how this goes, because I know I could easily monitor the sound with some headphones, but I thought I'd try it this way first. So, yeah. So that is my arm, I guess my wrist rest. Let's see what else we have here. This is interesting. So this is super random. This is a coaster, and it's like I guess it's like ceramic or maybe clay. I don't know the technical term. I am not a professional. But yeah, this is like it's a mushroom. Obviously, hopefully you could get that from the way it looks. But it is a mushroom, and it is made out of like ceramic or something. And you can see it's kind of textured here on the back. And the front is more, I can't remember what this is called. It's shiny. There's some texture on the circles here. But it's I think it's called glaze maybe. I don't know. In high school, I took art. There was an option to take ceramics, but I did not care about that, so I took art. So I don't know exactly. I think it's called a glaze maybe, or I just made that up, and I'm just very confident about it. But yeah, it's definitely different textures here. And you can see it's made out of, there's 6 circles here, and there's, the guy who designed this was obviously, or girl, the person was obviously super lazy. They just used 2 different size circles and just did 3 of each, so they probably could have switched it up, but who knows. I think that sounds pretty nice. So I'm not, like, orange isn't my favorite color or anything. I believe my wife bought this. It's not homemade. It's not homemade. My wife bought this probably from, like, Target or maybe Home Goods or something. She loves good Home Goods. But, they came in a set, and I believe there's orange, red, yellow, and green. And orange just happened to be the color that was closest to me when I was looking for a coaster for my desk. So I do think it kind of matches the aesthetic of my office a little bit. I don't know. I try to make it kind of cozy and stuff, and a lot of warm tones, and I don't know. It just felt right, but it also felt like the only thing I could find at the time. So it works. Believe it or not, though, I don't really use it for a coaster. I don't really use it at all. It kind of just sits here. I usually drink out of like a hydro flask or something, and you don't really need that type of. You don't really need a coaster for a hydro flask or like a Stanley. So it kind of just sits on my desk, but it looks nice, so I leave it there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. I feel like that sounds different, huh? Let's spell something here. Let's do mushroom. Mushroom, okay. MUSHROOM. Underline. For emphasis. But I like this thing. Yeah, it's I just kind of like the vibe, so. But yeah, it also has these 4 little, I guess they're just like, I don't even know what you technically call them, but they're just 4, so it doesn't scratch whatever surface it's on, I guess. Because this is a little rough, as you can probably tell. But, no scratches, so these are obviously working. Okay. I'm going to be honest, both of those items were actually directly on top of my desk, so now I actually have to dig for something. Oh, okay. This will be good. This is a Xbox controller, and this is a special edition one. This is for Starfield, the game, which I'm not like a fan of really. I just really like the design of this controller. It's kind of retro, and that's kind of my vibe a little bit. I also have so I work for an aerospace company, and I love space and anything to do with space. I have my mouse pad, or I guess it's like a desk mat. Technically, it's Dune, the big, Dune with like Timothy Chalamet and Frank Herbert and all that. But it's like orange and black, and has you maybe have seen the book cover, but it's based off of that. So I have like this orange kind of theme going, I guess. And I guess it does match my mushroom, I'm gonna be honest, but I do have something going with that, and I just like the design of this. To be honest, it kind of fits with that whole vibe. And I also don't have an Xbox, which I'm just now realizing sounds ridiculous, but I used to have an Xbox at one point. I should probably make some sounds. I used to have an Xbox, but I have gotten rid of it. This sounds really good, actually. I do really enjoy like the Xbox controllers. I think it's really well designed. I mean, they haven't really changed the design much in the last 10 years or whatever. It feels really good, but I'll be honest, I am more of a PlayStation guy, and that's been my main console for, I've been a Sony guy for probably 15 years now. I grew up with an Xbox though. My brother and I played Xbox. We both had one, and I have like distinct memories of like my parents buying us an Xbox, and playing Assassin's Creed 2, Christmas morning and stuff, and Call of Duty and all that. So, but with everything going on with Xbox right now, or I say everything when I really mean like the lack thereof going on with Xbox, it really isn't a console I want to like invest in too much, which is a shame because I have a decent amount of games on that, the digital games in the library and stuff. But I had an Xbox Series X at one point, but I basically just had that because my brother had one. That's a little loud. Okay, that's better. But I basically just had that because my brother had one, and we would play Call of Duty sometimes. Oh, actually, I bought my brother one. But I bought one first, and then I was like, hey, you should get one, so I bought him one. But that was years ago, kind of when they first came out a little bit. I was really pissed. That sounds pretty nice. I was really pissed because I tried to pre-order a PS5, and I couldn't get one, even though I did everything I was supposed to do. I think it was during COVID, yeah, and it was just not a good situation, and I was so mad, because that's all I wanted was a PS5, and scalpers, got all of them, and I kind of bought an Xbox because I could get one easily at that point, because I don't know why, I guess the hype was, I don't know what happened, but yeah, but eventually got rid of it. PS5 guy. I even have a PS5 Pro now, which I love. I just love all that stuff. But I'm really into tech. I'm really into technology. I'm into electronics. I'm in nerd stuff. Yeah, I'm into books and movies and TV and a bunch of stuff. Video games. But anyways, that was a bit of a ramble. But this is an Xbox controller. I don't currently have an Xbox. However, I do have a gaming PC that I sometimes need a controller for, and I'll go back and forth between using this. I originally bought this because I was going to display it, but I kind of went for more of like a minimalist desk look, and eventually I can show you guys if you're interested what it looks like. But I just keep this in a drawer now, and if I want to use it, I'll use it. But it just looks really cool, and at the time I got it off GameStop, like used, pre-owned, because they were like sold out everywhere, and I thought this was like a scam because I was so surprised that it was in stock, even if it was used. But it came and looks brand new, and I think I just got lucky. I don't know if they're available now, to be honest, but I'm gonna keep it just because I love the look of it. So yeah. Let's do these. I think the bumpers sound the best, to be honest. I think the right bumper sounds the best. Sounds pretty good too. I played Starfield for maybe an hour. Steam at one point, or it might have been Xbox, like Game Pass on the PC, or I don't know. But I kind of played it for a little bit. I was like, this is all right, and I went away for it for some reason. I don't have a ton of time to play video games anymore, but kind of just didn't go back. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to go back because the vibe of it was cool. It had a cool. I mean, I know people are like. I know it's not a great game for many reasons, but it obviously had potential and it had a really cool vibe. As you can tell, I mean, this was the vibe, right? They just did not deliver, right? And then like a bit later, I got into. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on this. I got into Cyberpunk finally. I had it from the get-go, but I kind of, when I knew like there was issues with it, I waited to play it, and I kind of started it a few times, as you do with any good RPG. You start it like 8 times before you actually play it, and you always build a new character. And I started it a bunch, and then I was like, I believe it was around the time my son was born, and I was kind of staying up late a lot, and I needed something to kind of decompress. So I decided to finally play Cyberpunk. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there was a lot of comparison videos between like the clubs in Starfield and the clubs in Cyberpunk. And they were 100% right. Cyberpunk is an experience. And if you haven't played it yet, and you have the means to play it, you should, including the DLC. It jumped up to one of my favorite games of all time, purely based off of vibes, and just the story is also great, and yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. Anyways, okay. I think that's probably enough with this. Let me see if I can find like one more thing. Give me a second here. I think I have something. Yeah. Okay. So I have a mouse. This is a Logitech mouse, as you can tell by the big G. I believe this is a Logitech. Yeah, G305. It might just be the G305. I know there's like a light speed and stuff like that. I don't know. This is the cheaper one. This is like a budget mouse, if you guys are familiar. But it's very lightweight, and it's a great mouse for the price. Fantastic for the price, actually. It's probably currently on sale because of Amazon Black Friday. I say Amazon Black Friday because it's like, I know all these different websites are doing Black Friday now, but I specifically saw this thing on sale like a day ago, so on Amazon. But anyways, I think it's like regularly $40 and might be on sale for $20 now. So this is like a backup mouse that I use, and I don't really use it at all because I haven't had a need to. I used it for a while for work. I work from home, and I go into the office. Like, I used to go into the office more, but now I basically never go into the office. But I went to the office once, and I left my mouse at work, and it was just like a small, like Logitech, like one of those ones, like, or like for laptops, kind of. And I needed a mouse, and I think I saw this one was on sale for like 24 bucks or something. It might have even been something on sale at Best Buy, and I went in and grabbed it because I needed one. But yeah, it's not my favorite mouse, but I will 100% like it is the best, one of the best mice. It's one of the best things you can buy for the price. Like you can't get much better than this. It feels pretty good, right? The one thing I'm not a fan of, and I think this is very specific to me, is the wheel here, the mouse wheel. It's rigid. I don't know if you can see that, but there is ridges on it. And it's textured and it has some resistance. So I use the mouse wheel a lot for work. For what I do, I do a lot of document review and stuff like that, and I use this all the time, and this like hurt my finger. That's gonna make me sound like incredibly just like ridiculous, but I noticed some like finger pain. I'm gonna be honest. I noticed some finger pain, and I went to the Logitech MX Master 3, which has the infinity scroll wheel. I think that's what it's called, I don't know, but it's a wheel where you can spin it and it goes zzz. I can maybe show you. And that was like, okay, this is perfect, because I use this all the time, I'm gonna be honest. And I don't know if I use it more than like the average person just browsing the web, but it was bothering me, and I don't know why. Maybe it was mental. But yeah, so that's the only thing that I really didn't care for. Also, the way I typically grip the mouse, I don't know. I think this is technically like a claw grip, and that isn't great for this mouse, I think. But it's still a great mouse for the price. Yeah. G305. And then I'll just quickly show you what mouse I do use daily. If I can't reach it, ignore that. But yeah, guys, I think that's about it for right now. Maybe in the next video, I will show you what mouse I actually use daily. I have two. I have one I use for my gaming PC and then one I use for work. But I have to leave something to look forward to, right? So let me know if anyone has any suggestions or advice on creating ASMR. If there's anything you liked or disliked, I'd love to hear about it. So I appreciate if you stayed this long. If you didn't, that's fine too. Maybe you fell asleep, and that's kind of the idea, right? So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.